This is John Spencer, and this is an eccentric cutting frame balancer that I've come up with to balance eccentric cutting frames that have a 3/8 inch shank and are adjustable or balanceable. It's a fully functioning unit, but it still has some work. There still has to be some work done on the looks department. As you can see, it's just clamped to my vise right now. It needs a base and all that too, but particularly this part here, this is the pendulum. It's pretty ugly. Just made it so that it works and test the idea, and it does work. So in the front though is a pretty cutting frame from David Lindo. This is the bigger of the two that he makes. In the cutting frame is a counterweight on this side. It's carbide 1/4 inch and a large block. And on this side is a 2-inch sphere cutter that I made. It hasn't been tested yet. And there's a 3-inch sphere cutter down there. It's 1.5 inches, but it does over 3-inch spheres. I guess it's a little over 1.5 inches long. But anyways, those are heavy cutters, and it needed to be balanced before I even test them. So I've wanted to do this idea for a while, but this really made it so I had to come up with the idea and finish it off. Here I've got an indicator here on a block. Just going to slide that side to side to show you when it's balanced, when it's level, when it's not. So there, front to back, it's level right now. The counterbalance block, counterweight block on the side here is 143 thousandths away from the cutting frame itself, and that's where it happens to be pretty much balanced. Another thou or two either way, and it will show on the indicator that it's not balanced. We'll see. Here, I gave the pendulum a little flick, and we'll test it out. Make sure it's still balanced. Yep, still balanced. Rock it back. With the pendulum again. I probably should have given it a bigger hit than that. I'll do it a couple times. You can just keep doing it until it comes to the center, and you can just keep doing it and it'll stay in the center if it's balanced. So there we are. Still there. So that's that. We'll move it in. I'll try for as little as I possibly can. It's hard to do with one hand and the side of my other wrist. So we were at 143. So we'll move this into, I was at 143. I moved my calipers out, but let's go into 137. And I'm just going to lightly snug this up if I can get the Allen wrench in there. There we go. Double check. Oh, it's actually 135. So that's not even 10 thousandths though. Let's give a pendulum a flick. And let's see where our indicator is. So remember, I moved it in less than 10 thousandths, and that's what you get. I'll do it again so you can see. I wish I wasn't so shaky. It's making the cutting frame look like it's shaking more than it actually is. Do it again. Stopped, and it's the same. So there it shows you. It's out of balance. I could set it back, but the video would go on too long.